Alolan Raichu is very interesting in this meta because there are so many Pokemon that stack so much energy on them. If you can just get Alolan Raichu ready in the backline, you are able to KO some of these megas in a single shot. This is Alolan Raichu, Jolteon, Zeraora. I've seen a couple variants of this bouncing around some of the tournaments, and we decided to make our own. This has a couple of EVs, of course, the boosted evolution EVs, so that you can get Jolteon right away. Jolteon EX is like one of my favorite cards in a long time. Having that in the active spot punishes your opponents for powering. Zeraora, of course, generating its own energy, and then Alolan Raichu. Only one line of Pikachu and Alolan Raichu is played in a lot of these decks, and I think that's the way to go. Most of your early game is going to either be Zeraora or Jolteon, while you wait to use Alolan Raichu until you can kind of deal that final knockout blow. With a couple of elemental switches in this deck, copycats, maze, you are able to play around situations where you are ready to bring in Alolan Raichu when you can deal the damage you need to, right? Otherwise, early, it's kind of bad, but when they get Venusaur in that active spot, it's got like 5 energy on it accidentally, you are doing so much damage, and that's what we're trying to do with this deck. There are other versions that have more electrical cords. I decided to have an X speed in this deck. I really like X speed for lightning decks, with everything having 1 retreat cost and elemental switch setting up big plays, and with Eevee being able to evolve in the active spot. I just think it's a very, very valuable card. In fact, I could drop both electrical cords to put more in this deck that I like. I didn't get a ton of use out of the cord. I would rather maybe even have another X speed or something like that, or another professors for this deck. Enjoy, everybody. Okay, we are going first here, starting Zera. Not our favorite start, but hey, Zeraora is not too bad. We have Jolteon. Ooh, okay. I could get Zera out of the active spot here. Unfortunately, they will be able to power up once, but I will be able to get a couple cards going. So we get Pokeball, grabs our other Zera. Really solid start. And maybe even Pikachu here. Let's see. It's Eevee. Okay. I don't hate this. I don't love it either. If that Eevee was in the active spot, I would be in heaven right now. But we do have free retreat on Zera next turn, or I could attack for 70, which is pretty good in a Moltres. I would like to get Eevee there just so I can zap them when they power char. They hit professors, so I'm guessing they get their char here. If so, I kind of have to play this a little slower, I think. Unless I get my elemental switch. Elemental switch means I can move in and fight. There's the Charmander. Lucky duck. Now, if they hit all tails here, we still bring in Jolteon. But if they don't, we have to go slower. All tails, please. And thank you. Whoa! Oh, I'd be pissed, but I'm happy. Okay. We definitely go Jolteon. I retreat to you. I copycat in case I can grab that switch. That would just be so cool. Let's go. Professors, Cord, Cyrus, boo. We don't get what we want, but we do get this in the active spot, so beggars can't be choosers, you know? They hit 3 tails, so we feel good. Charmeleon with the ignition. They could start attacking with Moltres, which we're okay with. They do. I wonder if they know that they're weak to lightning. Maybe they have a cape. They don't. Okay. We feel great. This is great. Professors grabs us an elemental switch, and we get it. How you like me now, they say. Moltres down. They could just put Mega Char in the active spot, but boy, they're going to need 2 flame patches, and even still, it's going to take a while to get it online, so. That's what they're doing, though, I think. I think they're going to go Mega Char and just flame patch until they get it. Okay. Yep. That's the play. It could work, too. That's crazy. That's how good Char is. It could work, dude. All right. They're trading in 2. Oh, okay, Charmander. So they could Charmeleon next turn, send some energy up. Here's the Mega Char, obviously. I could retreat Jolteon. I know they have 1 Flame Patch. The nice thing for them is the Flame Patch is discard energy, so I don't get to hurt them there. I do hurt them there. Do I retreat right now? That's the question. I might, honestly. I have another Jolteon. I can hit him for 80, but I think it's very possible they hit me next turn. Dang, I might need to give them these Zeras. I think I do. I don't like this play, but I think it's the right play. I think I need to give them Zeras. Like, if they decide to Cyrus me, fine. But I think I have to give them the Zera Auras so that they take 2 points. Each one takes 50 off of Char, right? They're looking for Flame Patches, obviously. If I can hit multiple times, yes! Okay, I think that was fully the right call. I think it was fully the right call. We might still get them regardless, but I think we had to let them hit the Zeras first. All right, we have Eevee, Jolteon, and Zera. I like this start a lot, guys. We boosted Evo turn 1. Zera Aura generates some energy. The only thing that would make this better, of course, is having that elemental switch, but it's a great start. Cyrus is a weak card. This card being, like, replaced with Professors, Elemental Switch, the other Zera, like, all those would be pretty good. Playing into a Blaziken deck with X speed. Pokeball grabs us Pikachu. Okay. We just need some card draw. You know? Depending on who they power. Like, if they power the Torchic, we could actually make a play. I don't think they're gonna, but we could make a quick play. Wow, they did. Okay, that's great. Oh, they have another Torchic, so it doesn't really matter. But still, they're Comsing right now. Hit me with a 2-card Copycats. They couldn't have loved what they had. We have 2 different ways. So the tricky thing here is, well, I could Cyrus right now and just keep Jolteon in. I guess that's the play. But I could have got this with Zera too. This puts them in an unfortunate spot. However, they could still rare candy, like, depending on what their hand is, they could rare candy, Flame Patch, Blaziken, and win. Like, they could play out the whole thing. Let's see if they do. Pokeball for nothing. Professors. Ooh, that's scary. Let's see. Oof. Man, if they had the perfect combo, if they had that Exodia, if they had it all, that would have been wild. Hey, this is the midway point of the video where I want to know from you, what is a card that will never be good? Let me know in the comments. I can't get the Raichu. Alright, we are going first into a grass deck, starting Eevee. I like our Eevee. I don't like the rest of our hand yet. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, this looks like a Leafeon Lilligant deck. This could be cool. Pokeball. Might grab me my Zera. It does. I'll put the cord on you, I guess. We could elemental switch some energy if I happen to get Jolteon. But unfortunately for us, we can't punish them for putting energy on right now, which is what we want to do. Ooh, a Bulbasaur. Ooh, a Bulbasaur. Leafeon Lilligant Bulbasaur? You're going Mega Venu maybe with Leafeon and Lilligant? I'm interested to see how this goes. Another Pokeball. Oh, those are all your cards. You're letting me know. You got everything. Okay. Other Eevee does not help us yet. Just gonna end my turn. Keep it in my hand in case I can use it for May. Red card, that's okay actually. We didn't like our hand, so. X Speed, that's a good card for us. Copycat's a good card for us too. They go into Ivysaur. Do they retreat for it? I'd say probably, right? No. Okay. Pikachu. Interesting. The plot thickens. I like Pikachu here. I kind of want to try to set this up. I think we'll take the KO. I don't know. I kind of want to hit it. I'm going to take the KO. I could still set up Pikachu. I kind of want to get a Alolan Raichu online because it could do some serious damage to that Venusaur. We'll see. They Ivysaur here, and I would love to get this 2 energy damage onto him, but I think it's better to just have attacked Lilligant. You're getting stronger. I know. You're so strong. You're so powerful. Other Jolteon. Let's hit the Copycat. I can't really use any of this right now. Okay. I could retreat and I could hit with this, yeah? Yeah. Holy moly. Alolan Raichu. You beautiful beast. Swinging for 210. Let's go! Pow! Take that, Ivysaur, you big jerk. Alolan Raichu is here. They just go right into Mega Venusaur, they still win somehow. I mean, you never know. GG. Alolan Raichu with the W! Finally! Finally, A-Rai. Okay, we are starting Zeraora going second into Lightning. We've got Jolteon, a Copycat, a May. Zera and Ori. Okay. Good for our opponent, right? I mean, they get the better end of Zeraora starting. Oh, and they get 2 Zeras. Jeez. Okay. Pokeball. See who we grab. We grab Zeraora. I do love having 2 Zeras to start. I think we're gonna go ahead and cord. Might as well power. And I could May the Jolteon here, but I think the better play is just Copycat for now. I'll just trade 2. See if I can get anything better. X Speed, Jolteon, Pokeball. Pokeball giving me Eevee would be cool. That's pretty cool. I could retreat this right now into Jolteon. That way if they power, they're taking damage. I'll wait. We don't have the Switch. If I had the Switch, obviously we make the play. We've got similar decks. They might have the makings of their Jolteon right now. They might be deciding whether or not they want to use it. They also have an electrical cord, okay. I think their setup's a little stronger than ours, unfortunately. I do have the Switch. I think the play is go for it here. I think we bring in Eevee. I think I switch off the wounded one. Do some damage with Mach Bolt. This way, anything they power next turn will get chipped. It'll bring the Ori one away from me taking it down, right? It'll just bring me one Zera attack from getting it. And if they power Jolteon on the bench, they're getting hurt, so... I do think, unfortunately, we're just going to be behind here, but it's okay. They also have Jolteon, which is what we expected. We have another Jolteon. Alright, I'm going to take the KO. This will power Oricorio. So they could move in with Ori here. Then we retreat, move in with Zera. Oh, they move in with Jolteon. Not what I expected, okay. It's kind of what we would want them to do. But they could go for a Cyrus play here and then... Mew. Okay, Mew. Yeah, now Ori is one-shot by the Zeras, so we feel pretty good about that. Raichu. Doesn't do much for us. We're just gonna attack. They're gonna pull Jolteon out. Come in with Ori. We KO Ori. We need our Cyrus. Mew takes some damage. Jolteon leaves. Oricorio comes in. Unfortunately for us, we're just kind of dead to a Cyrus faster than they are, you know? Huh. Does they have two Cyruses? I guess. The only thing I can assume is they already have the game-winning card in hand. Right? There's Mew. Pokeball. Okay. 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 I don't know what to make of this play. But Alolan Raichu takes out Mew EX for the most confusing win we've had with this deck. That felt like they just did that in such a weird order, man. Okay. I think they have an easy win there. But GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you. I'll see y'all next time.